What is up, guys? It is KikiZilla101 here yet again, and welcome back to Kiki and Coffee, the show where we casually talk about stuff and put in as minimal effort as possible while we drink coffee. So grab your coffee, tea, or other preferred beverage, and let's get straight into the video. Ooh, I'm trying out some new coffee today. Some good stuff. Well, I guess technically the coffee grounds are the same that I've had before. Not my usual, I switched it up, but new creamer, which is a caramel latte one. Ooh, it's very good. Very, very good. Okay, I'm going to tell my mom to get some more of that. Anyways, we're going to be continuing our adult collecting mini-series here on Kiki and Coffee. And I say mini-series, but really it's turning out to be the largest and longest lasting series in the entire show of Kiki and Coffee so far, and I'm really glad you guys are enjoying it, by the way, so thank you guys so much for all the compliments and for requesting the show to continue, and you guys keep asking for more and more stuff. But don't worry, I've been planning a lot of stuff. We have 2 of them for this week, and then next week we're going to have a lot more as well, so there's a lot more coming in, so don't worry about that. Now, getting on to today's topic, Vitae. This is a very interesting company. Well, for starters, back in like 2017, they released their first ever figurine with this Giganotosaurus. Well, this is the limited edition variant of that Giganotosaurus, which at the time when it came out costed me, I want to say, just under $130 with shipping. So it was not cheap. However, you get one of the most amazing statue pieces, like, period. For price value, this thing is amazing. This thing like sits right up there with like slideshows, models, and stuff. And I even believe is superior to PNSO's models in a lot of ways. The base is incredible on this thing. I'll get into explaining a little bit more on this in particular figure in a little bit. But a little bit of history on the company as a whole. So they started out with this model, the Giganotosaurus, and then shortly after they followed it up with a Majungasaurus, and then they came out with a bunch of smaller figurines. They had a whole lineup that they announced that they were really excited about, and I was really excited about. They had some really cool promotional, like early progress pictures of like a Suchomimus model that was going to be coming out, and I was really hyped about that. But then for a period of time, they like stopped making figures, and they were just making like fossils, like fossil replicas, and they just kind of disappeared there for a bit, even though they were making a really hot storm when they first hit the community. And then I think they released a limited edition Teratophonius figure, and then that was it. They haven't done anything since. And to be fair, they have had these big breaks before, so they could always end up showing up again, but it's currently looking like Vitae is just done. Now, I know that some people think that they know what happened, and I'm going to clear that up right now, that all there is a couple rumors. There's one rumor about one thing, just from, I don't know where that originated, about like something to do with the government, and then there's another rumor that actually originated from another figure company, but given the history of that figure company, I don't know how trustworthy they can be. But regardless, no matter what, this is always secondhand stuff, guys. So if you're taking this stuff as fact, plain and simply, you're just being a little ignorant about the whole situation, or not ignorant, arrogant. I think it's extremely inappropriate to draw conclusions from secondhand information like that, especially from the sources, like just a rumored word of mouth thing and another company that's, yeah. But in general, all we know is that Vitae's not here. They could end up showing up again, we don't know. They haven't cleared up what's going on, so we do not know what happened to Vitae. But all we know is that they're gone. So I want you guys to stop spreading rumors, stop spreading stuff that's possibly not true. Regardless of if it is true, your sources of the information are not good sources. So let's just all chill out and just acknowledge the fact that they're gone and just hope for the best. If they don't come back, oh well, we have a lot of other great stuff to offer. They had a good run while they were lasting. Now getting into how I felt about the company, I was super ecstatic. I loved their stuff so much. I was super into this figure when I got it. I was loving it. I think I got this at February 2018 is when I got this. The video of my unboxing of this figure is up on the channel, and I'll put it in the top right corner right now if you guys want to check it out. Geez, this is a really cool piece. So actually, I owe it to Spino Dude because Vitae actually reached out to him and they sent him a figure. It was the standard edition, though, not the limited edition one that I have here. And they sent it to him for free, and he did a review, and that's how I discovered them, and I fell in love. I knew that I wanted this thing right off the bat. It was a beautiful Giganotosaurus figure. I'm a huge Giganotosaurus fan. This thing is basically a, like, straight up like 2013 Scott Hartman Giganotosaurus. It's basically perfect. Its legs are a little bit elongated, might be a little bit off. Other than that, it's basically just straight up 2013 Scott Hartman Giganotosaurus. It is an outdated reconstruction because the whole skull shape is off, and it also is inferring the skull shape off of Mapusaurus, or the outdated Mapusaurus actually, because now we know that Mapusaurus even looked different from this. But the crests are definitely a lot more subtle on the actual skull, and the skull is more long and barrel-y shaped rather than this thin, more Carcharodontosaurus look. So it's definitely inaccurate now, but this is a fairly accurate reconstruction of a outdated skeletal. So this thing is incredible. It is huge. It's 1/35 scale. I already lost one of the pegs for the feet. Let me put that right back in here. It is 1/35 scale, so it's a large model. It is made out of a high-quality rubber. It really feels like skin when you're touching it. It's really cool. It's got a really nice jaw, very high-quality jaw, articulated jaw, and its paintwork and detail are incredible. There will be a review coming up for this guy finally at some point very soon, probably in the form of a versus review between this one and the PNSO Giga, which will be a very fun fight. The figure also comes with the pegs that you just saw there, which actually are removable, and they're just separate pieces that peg into the actual base and the figure itself. Now getting onto the base though, this is where they really just knock it out of the park. I mean, this thing is incredible. It has fake water, really real looking, I'm blowing dust off of all of these plants because there's dust in it so much. There you go. There's a really real looking rock, beautiful water and aquatic plants in here. There's some real mosses and stuff attached to this, and there's a cool, really cool fake looking plant, or not fake looking, but it is a fake plastic plant, but it looks really real, and a cool little separate little stump that comes with it. Just a beautiful, really high quality base, and it even has a really cool design at the very bottom with the lateral view of the Giganotosaurus there. There you go. So, this is just one of their models. Their Majungasaurus, while it is good, it suffers from a lot of like seam line issues and like crusty looking paint and sculpt. It just didn't come out quite as good. Another thing that suffers from the same thing is their Sinoceratops and their Sinraptor also suffer from very similar issues. So they have some varying quality, but then they have really nice things like their Chelantosaurus, which I still really like to get a hold of. Their Teratophonius looks amazing, but unfortunately that one's limited edition and going for super high prices now and just isn't worth it, in my opinion. But this company had so much potential. It is very much a tragedy that they're not around anymore to make any more figures. And while that's really sad and all, at the same time we have so many other great companies. Vitae will be missed, but I think we're going to be able to move on just fine. If anything, for me personally, it makes me want to get the Chelantosaurus even more, so I probably will end up getting that pretty soon. But it also kind of makes this feel more special, because it almost feels like a limited edition company in a way, because it's like it was just a limited run, so it kind of adds value to this really incredibly unique figure as it is. And it will forever stand out in my collection and many people's collections because there just won't be very many things like it. The closest things to them are PNSO figures, but even PNSO figures have their own little style that is different from Vitae. But just in general, Vitae was a really fun company, and I wish they'd still be around, but doesn't seem like that's the case in this situation. So, I'm curious what you guys thought of Vitae. Obviously, they didn't have too much of an affordable run because the smaller figures were one little wave, and they didn't seem super popular. Like, not too many people got a hold of them. And the better stuff, like this bigger figure, were really expensive, and so not everybody could afford them or even really thought they were worth it. So I'm curious what all your guys' experiences was with Vitae, what your feelings on them were. And yeah, I don't really think I have much else to say. Vitae was really cool. They're not with us anymore, unfortunately. But hopefully they will continuously strike the imagination of people in the community and help us strive for better quality figures as a whole. I think they had their duds, but in general, they did a really good job, and they knocked a lot of stuff out of the park. So, with that said, I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.